Hey, Rick, sometimes you just deserve to get a nice blowout win where you get out there, get a lot of kids in and play. And, of course, we'll talk about Christian's big night as well. But you just got a lot of kids into this game here tonight. Nice win.
Yeah, I mean, we have a great group of kids, and I'm very proud of them. We've had some tough times, and our kids have really they've anchored down, and they've gotten tighter. We've gotten closer as a staff. We've gotten closer as a team, and tough times builds character, and we're just hoping that these tough times that we went through will make us a stronger ball club. We'll stay together and we'll continue to play for each other. And when you're doing things right and you're playing hard and doing things what you're supposed to do, good things should happen. And so, we haven't gotten some bounces and we have some balls roll out and things like that. Let's just hope that a game like tonight will give these kids some confidence.
It looked like you were ready to put them away pretty early, too. You came out and turned them over several times and just kind of got them out of their game right from the beginning of the game.
Yeah. I mean, our kids were ready to play. I mean, I have to take my hats off to our student section. I mean, you don't find very many 1 in 5 teams that got the support that we got tonight, and so we're very fortunate and we're very thankful that our kids believe in us. And but it goes back to doing the right things, because when we were out of season, we support our soccer team, boys and girls. We support our volleyball team. We support our football guys. And tonight, you just showed that Richmond. School spirit and Red Devil pride is coming back, and that's the generations of the past is gone, and I think it's important that our kids today establish their own tradition, and that's what we're talking about a lot today. And it's a good win. It's nice to go in that locker room and see smiling faces and just have a different tone to the message how you address your team. And the kids have worked hard, and Monroe Central, they're a good ball club. They just called us on the night where we just had a lot of stuff built up in us, and we just had to let it out. And I take my hats off to those kids. They'll win some ball games, and they'll be a force to reckon with in that conference that they play in. So a good night. Very proud of Christian. Christian did a really good job. It's good to see him get his 1,000 points. The number was 34, and he got it. And Christian's been a heck of a player for us over the last couple years. And we talked a little bit today about the things that he needs to do to make our team a better team. And we talked about sometimes it's time to put us on your back and just let us follow you, and you carry us there and be a coach on the floor and things like that. And so he responded very well. I'm very proud of him. I thought Ricky had a nice game tonight. I thought he was able to, play a good defensive game and made some shots. And Keyshawn has been probably one of our most steadiest players as far as defending and being an anchor back there defensively, and that was good to see. Kareem was solid. Phillip Hobbs did what he did, and Phillip is always solid in terms of being where he's supposed to be on the floor. We kind of playing him out of position a little bit. We're playing with the 4 guards and 1 big, and some of the things we do, he has to play kind of a stretch forward position, and it's tough for him. But we'll make sure we keep making changes and adjustments throughout the game that allow him to come outside on the floor, that we can utilize his strengths a little bit better as far as passing and shooting the basketball and things like that.
Back to Christian, if I can. It wasn't just the scoring tonight, because he had a couple of really nice passes too that got you some easy layups.
Well, yeah, I mean, Christian was good tonight, and it's nice to have Christian being as good as he played tonight. It's going to be important that he continue to do that, because we have a tough schedule ahead of us, and there's a lot of basketball to be played, and this is just one game. We got to make sure we get these guys some rest, and we got to gear up and watch some film and start game planning for the Bob Wedttig. It's such a talented field. Great teams, great coaching, great players, great athletes. You got Ball State recruits, Purdue recruits, and guys going to New Orleans. So it's going to be a great and amazing field, and we're just fortunate. It's good that we have a player like Christian that can do the special things that he do, and we're going to continue to talk to him about being a coach on the floor and being a good leader for our guys, because we have some great kids. We're still inexperienced in some areas, but we just got to continue to work and stop making the same mistakes and grow.
What does your schedule then look like? What do you try to do now that school's out, routine's different, and I want to talk to you about how difficult the WETTIG is on such a short 3 days to get the championship and that thing in 4 games. But what do you try to do between now and then? What's your schedule look like?
Well, we want to make sure we get our guys some rest. Tomorrow we want to take a day off, give guys the opportunity to go out and do some shopping for their families and friends and so forth. And we'll get in here Friday and Saturday early enough where we can get in some work, but still they can go out and enjoy the holiday, enjoy their families. Right now we're scheduled off for Christmas Day. We normally come in here, 7 in the morning, get some work in, get some shots in. Still kind of up in the air. We'll look and see what kids are doing as far as with their families. We may make it an optional deal where guys can come in and get some shots up and things like that. But on that Tuesday, we'll try to get our final pieces to our game plan together for the homeschool team we play on Wednesday. And we'll get together on Wednesday morning and get us some lunch, and we'll break bread together, come over here and watch a little basketball together, and then we'll try to be ready to play Wednesday night.
What is more difficult in being through the WETTIG before? Is it tougher physically, or is it tougher mentally to play 4 games in 3 days and have to prepare in such a short amount of time for all those opponents?
That's a great question. I've been part of some ball clubs over the few years where, we've made to the championship and we just run out of gas there in the championship game. But it's part of these guys. These kids are young, man. They can handle it, and it's a mental and a physical grind at the same time. Our off season was predicated on making sure, physically and mentally we're in good enough condition to go out there and do the things we need to do to have success. And it's just challenge, and but it's not like we're the only team playing 4 games. Everybody's playing 4 games. However, coming out of that WETTIG, we got a tough weekend after that where we'll have to play Newcastle on Friday and go to McCutcheon on Saturday. And so, we have a great schedule, and we play nothing but top-notch caliber teams, and we just want to make sure that the effort that we give tonight, we want to be able to sustain that type of effort against your maybe your more talented teams or 4A teams or highly regarded teams, and we can do that. But we have to take possessions at a time. We have to play good defensively, and we have to take care of those hustle board points as far as loose balls, rebounding, getting deflections, and turning people over. And as long as we're doing those sorts of things, we give ourselves a chance. I mean, we've been in all of our games except one, and I've seen some growth today, but we'll see how it looks when we play in the WETTIG in terms of playing against maybe another notch up in quality competition. And it's our job as a staff to make sure we get those guys ready.